Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me level this abomination of a character to 70 so that I can start pugging my way to 2.8k rating. So, in this episode, we're going back to TBC dungeons, and that's where we're going to level. Hopefully, the queue timer is going to be much shorter than it was for the last few dungeons that we did in Wrath of the Lich King, because excuse me, just had some soda, so I'm a little bit burpy. Sorry about that. But I had some very long queue timers last time. I played, and I did not enjoy that one bit. Anyway, uh, I'm just gonna shut up until we get a queue pop, because otherwise I'm gonna be talking for 10 minutes without a dungeon starting. Of course, the one time I go to grab a freaking bio break while I'm sitting in a queue, it has to pop. And if I hadn't gone to take the bio break, it would have been me sitting here for 10 minutes waiting for a queue to pop. I guarantee you that. There's just an alternate universe where I have to sit in the queue no matter what. And if I go AFK, that's when the queue pops. And for some reason it's telling me there isn't a tank in the queue, dude. I am the tank. I am the tank. Oh well. It looks like we're just waiting for a healer, so hopefully we find a healer soon. Oh, there we go. That was actually pretty quick, even the second time around. Let's see. Hopefully we get a dungeon where I haven't done the quests yet. That would be ideal, but I'll take just about anything at this point because I just want to mash some enemies. I want to maul some people. Well, I want to Thorns of Iron some enemies more than maul because I don't really use maul anymore. I'd have to. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, we've done this before, but oh well. You know, that's okay. At least here I know I can do a big pull. Like a really, really, really big pull. Can I soothe these guys? No, apparently not. Alright, let's start. Use one of these Frenzied Region charges. Keep going. Iron Thorns? Iron Fur is what I wanted to say. Use the Dream of Cenarius proc here. Keep going. Berserk. Oh. Yeah, I'm just too freaking greedy for this game, man. I'm too greedy. Too greedy for my own good. Look at the size of that group. Look at the absolute size of that group. Dream of Cenarius. Survival instincts, which I didn't use last time when I died, like a dum-dum. Healer's actually keeping me alive in his spirit form. I'm gonna start dropping like a rock here again, because I'm overdoing it. Survival instincts. Survive! Survive! I will survive! Ooh! Knock him back. Woo! Come on, DPS, do your job. It's a good fear. Ursol's Vortex them back. It'll slow them and then it'll yoink them back. Okay. Okay, we brought it back. We brought it back. I overdid it. Shouldn't overdo it. Healer would have probably done a fine job if I hadn't run too far ahead of the healer. It's just sorry about that. Just apologize to the group real quick. Rebuff everyone and let's keep going. That was again completely my fault to getting way too greedy with these pulls, but I guess it's something to, you know, keep myself entertained. Although there's nothing quite as relaxing as a nice chill run where you don't overpull like a dum-dum and, you know, wipe your group. But oh well. Where's the fun in that, in playing the game properly? I'll save that for the Mythic Plus runs. Are any of these bugged out? None of them are bugged out. Okay, let's go to the boss then. Let's go to the beach. That's a Vine reference if I've ever heard one. And use my Dream of Cenarius proc. Make some nice damage. Even though I'm getting close to the level 60 mark where you're infamously very, very weak in these low level dungeons. Or these leveling dungeons. Still feeling quite comfortable though. Alright. Pretty much full health. Don't see any reason to pop any defensive cooldowns here. Boss is down a little slow. We'll move away from those mushrooms so they don't blow up and hurt us. There we go. New gloves. I really want the new chest is what I want, but I'll take this too. Look at the difference there. Holy crap, that's a lot. What about these wrists? Nope, that's a loss. Anyway, let's bop this, charge here, bop this as well. When they come over, we thrash so that we get the dot on everything. We're gonna bark skin, thorns of iron. I am dragging that out of the Death Knight's Death and Decay, aren't I? That's my bad, bud. I didn't see it there. Didn't really think of you, to be honest. Shouldn't do that, especially not for Frost. If he's running an obliteration build, is he running an obliterate build? He doesn't seem to be, so I don't think I really need to care too much about keeping them in there. The reason being, if they're running an obliterate build, what happens is basically they only do AoE damage if they're in their Death and Decay, because it makes Death and Decay basically makes their obliterate hits multiple targets. So you need to stay as the Death Knight in the Death and Decay. The enemies, I believe, don't have to be in it, but you need to be in it to be able to make your Obliterate hit all the enemies. But he seems to be running a different build because Obliterate is very low on his damage distribution. So I don't think I need to worry about keeping him in his Death and Decay. Although keeping it in the Death and Decay isn't a bad thing, because it'll definitely increase his damage. Alright, we're gonna... You know, I can't help myself, dude. I just want to do all these big pulls. I see a big pull, I want to do a big pull. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Mash Iron Fur. No more dragging around. Just mash Iron Fur. Become unkillable. Listen to all these merc blood noises. Poor bastards are being forced into fighting against us by Illidan and the Naga slave masters. Kick that. Drag this guy into the Death and Decay. Keeps throwing stuff at me. Let me just loot this. I'm level 57. That's actually quite good. Just a little bit more. What do we have here? We have a downgrade is what we have. Don't want none of that. Thrash all of these. That dot will help me keep aggro. I'll start using Moonfire. Get my dot on all of them. I'm going to bark skin here while I gather. Okay. We have a stack of Frenzied Regeneration to use. Or not Frenzied, sorry, Survival Instincts. Okay, let's do the Shoop da Whoop tactic. Shoop and a da Whoop. There we go. Look at that stack. That's beautiful. beautiful. And it feels fun to do as well. I'm going to use my Dream of Cenarius proc there to heal myself up to full. Let's beat these guys up while a Gazran over there, or Gazran? No, Gazan. There's no R in there, Vlad. There's no R. While the boss moves over. Pop it in the head. There's an Underbog Frenzy that I got pulled with it. Hopefully that doesn't present any issues. Let's see. There's another Underbog Frenzy that has changed target. The reason these guys are a problem is because they don't respect the vertical axis. So they'll just keep hitting you no matter what. Okay, one reset, another one reset, that's all good. Okay, well, I'm going to go into the water now and just use water form to get around. And I'll use my wild charge, because wild charge in water form actually gives you a little bit of a sprint while in water, makes you swim faster. So that felt like the fastest way to get around since I was already down there looking at the Underbog Frenzies, the little fishies. There's a quest NPC over there, but I don't have the quest, so if I go talk to him, that won't do anything for the people that do have the quest. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to overpull over here before my group is ready to help me. I think I'll just keep it to this. Hopefully they don't fear me now. If they do fear me now, because there's nobody else to fear, that might be an issue. But I think they're coded so that they don't fear the highest aggro target, so they don't fear the tank. Yeah, but these guys will poison the crap out of me. The healer says, back up, homie. No, no worries, dude. I'm going to actually use my abilities this time and survive. Here come all the fears, so I won't be able to interrupt all of them, but I tried to hit multiple interrupts there, but I failed. So these guys are just going to have to deal with getting feared. Unfortunately, I couldn't do much about it. That's fine. They got walked into that. I don't have a kick yet. I'll kick this one. That's one less fear for them to worry about. I'll just keep dragging these. And I'll go next group. And I think I can pull everything here, hopefully. Get that patrol. There's quite a few casters here. Maybe I can Ursol's Vortex them to group them up like so. Bah! There we go. That worked for the most part. There's a couple that are still to the side. Let me just Moonfire Dot them and refresh my Moonfire Dot and that one in the back. This poor healer really has to work pretty hard because I'm so focused on, you know, grouping things up and damaging them instead of focusing on surviving. But they're doing a really good job. Doing a real good job. Which makes my job very easy because I don't have to worry about both myself and grouping things up. I can just worry about grouping things up. Try and keep these guys stacked. I'm going to save my Berserk and Berserking for the last boss, which takes longer to kill than this. There we go. Just going to go step in that trap. Never mind, it's already deactivated. Let me loot that. You guys need Claw for the quest, I believe. Yeah, go talk to him. And I'll give everyone a speed up. It looks like everyone has pretty much done the quest. Can I? Yep, I can Moonfire that guy. Just gonna keep Moonfiring him. It's not a lot of damage, but it should be able to hold aggro. There we go. Thrash both of them. Keep them in death and decay. They are putting this dot on me or whatever, this disease, and I can't. I'm slowed from it. Hey, don't knock me back like that. That's rude. But I am a druid, so I can just shapeshift and not give a crap about your slow. I'm gonna sprint ahead and start mauling. Well, start iron furring this big bastard. There we go. Oh, I need to dot him up. I haven't gotten the proc yet. He is in death and decay. I don't have to move. Not getting terribly high value out of these iron furs, but it's working. So far, so good. Got new boots. Are they an upgrade? They are quite an upgrade. Look at that. Yes, we will equip. Open up the green. That's almost an upgrade. Yeah, it's one item level less, so it's less damage, and I lose stamina, and it's the same amount of agility, so it doesn't really matter. I'll keep the stamina, and this blue one I'll keep over here. Okay. So that's me looking at all the loot. I don't think I've gotten anything else that's worth equipping, so I'm going to leave. The healer already left. He's like, I'm not healing this guy again. Screw that. I had enough of this bear wiping me. Let's spend our talent point. Now we can finally get Incarnation Guardian of Ursoc. That would be very nice to get. I think I'll go straight for that. Yep. And I think I might actually drop Twin Moonfire if that lets me grab this, because what this basically does is reduces the cooldown of Incarnation of Ursoc every time I use 20 Rage. So I'll be able to use my Berserk more often. And I feel like that's more value than the Twin Moonfire can give me. For now. Later on I will switch back to Twin Moonfire. And not switch back to, but get Twin Moonfire. And I think in fact I'll get it as soon as I level up again. Or get another talent point into Guardian points. Because the next time I level up, it's going to go into Druid points, and then it's going to go into Guardian points. And in Druid points, I'm probably just going to go for as many points as I can into Lucaris Teaching, and then getting improved Stampeding Roar. But yes, that's very good. We finally got a use out of Ursol's Vortex, which I've had for a bit now, but just didn't find an opportunity to use, or just didn't look for one really, because I forgot that I had it, because I've been leveling for so long without having access to it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now while this queue hopefully doesn't take another 10 minutes. Oh, here we go. Another dungeon. Let's get this over with. Come on. We're going to hit probably level 50. Oh, we're for sure going to hit 58, maybe even 59. We're getting close to that 60 mark, and then we're going to do time walking dungeons. We're going to open up all these bags here. These bags are here basically because when you open them, you get loot for your level that you were at when you open them. And that means I can get level 60 loot when I open them at level 60. They don't scale any higher than that, unfortunately, so you can't save them all the way to 70 and then just have a bunch of loot at 70. But they're going to be quite handy for the level 60, because then we'll be able to do whatever dungeons we want, because I think there are some item level requirements. I'm just going to shut up and actually focus up here for a second. This first pull is pretty brutal. But yeah, I think there are item level requirements for whatchamacallits, for both time walking and just normal dungeons in Dragonflight. Kick that, keep things moving. Use Dream of Cenarius proc, keep things moving. Okay, Barkskin here because it's a lot of casts going off at me, and I can't really do anything with that Iron Fur against that. Okay, it's a couple of fears that went off. Hopefully neither of them are the healer. The healer is a shaman. Shaman's doing fine, he's right there. Okay, good pulls, good pulls. Give everyone the speed up. We're gonna bop these, because I don't got any quests in here. So I'm gonna need some EXP from somewhere. I'm gonna knock these back and try to survive. Okay, Frenzied Region did a lot. What the heck? What does so much damage? I want to know what I died to here, because I've died here before. Mortal Strike did 5,500 damage to me. 5,500 damage to me. How is that balanced? How much health do I even have at this level? Alright, he's finally rezzing me. This guy's asking why pull like that. Well, I could pull it. I could do that if the mob didn't hit me for 7k for no reason. It's not 7k, but what does he know? I'll just lie to him. Okay, so the destroyers are the big guys. I want to use, when there's destroyers in the fucking group, I want to use survival instincts, and I want those destroyers dead immediately. And I want a bunch of armor. Hopefully they don't freaking ignore armor or something. I want a bunch of armor, so I'm going to spam Iron Fur as much as I can. These mobs are scary, and I don't know why they're so oddly tuned. I have another stack of survival instincts, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use Berserking for my troll passive. I'm going to use my Berserk, because it's now the improved one. Destroyer is dead. The real raid boss is dead. Oh no, there's still a Destroyer. Barkskin. Just gotta cycle my cooldowns, because these guys do way too much freaking damage. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe maybe what was it? 6k damage isn't so much. 5 point something k damage isn't so much. Maybe it just looks like a lot compared to the melee attacks. Maybe I was just pulling too many, but that felt like it's just a bit overtuned. But then again, maybe I'm just being greedy again, because that's like the running theme of these videos is me trying to do big, massive pulls and then dying because the pulls are a bit too big and massive. But oh well. Let's find... I don't have any cooldowns really for this next big one that I would do. There's the destroyers. There's the two destroyers there. I'm going to use Barkskin here, hopefully survive. Try to kick that fear, but I just didn't get in time. Okay. Let me take a peek and see how many... There's a destroyer there. I only see the one... There's another destroyer. Okay, but I do soon... Not very soon. I'm just gonna pre-hot myself. Dude, I can't. I'm gonna get stunned here and die. That wasn't even that big of a pull. I want to see what I died to again. Let me guess. 10,000 damage attack. What is this? 10,000 damage attack? How am I supposed to survive that? What am I supposed to do to survive that? I guess just pop all my cooldowns and hope for the best. I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm stunned I'm taking more damage? I just don't know why I'm taking that much damage. I'm just going to do little baby pulls now because leveling dungeons aren't tuned right, and now I'm sounding super salty. But I believe that's because I'm really fucking salty. I think that's why I sound super fucking salty. Anyway. Greed will be my downfall. I want to run the dungeon quick, and then I end up making the dungeon last that much longer because I'm greedy. This is now the run back of shame. Maybe I should have just waited to get rezzed, but oh well. I'm a kitty cat. I can get back there quickly. Let's see if I can rebuff people from range. I know that the rebuff or the raid buff range is quite big. Oh, they're just doing bosses without me. What level are they? They're not even that low level. Actually, no, the priest is a pretty low level, but he's a shadow priest. Low level shadow priests really don't do much. As is reflected in the damage distribution over here. I'm not going to use my stampeding roar just for myself. That would be a bit of a waste. And he's gone. Just gonna give everyone the stampeding roar. They can loot that and we can keep going. But that's really, really frustrating, man. I don't know why I had, like, why did I get hit for 10,000 there? Did it crit? What happened? Like, what's the reasoning behind that enemy doing 10,000 damage to me? And with a melee attack? I don't know, man. Their melee attacks are tank busters now? I just don't understand. I don't understand. It's probably just a level scaling thing, right? Where it's supposed to do some ridiculous amount of damage from my health bar, but it's tuned to level 10 people because this is a dungeon you can do at level 10, and since I'm level 50, 58 now, it's just doing absolutely obnoxious damage to me. I don't know. It's very frustrating and it feels unfair and it feels like I'm being punished for being a higher level. Instead of being more powerful at a higher level, I'm just getting my butt kicked that much easier because I'm a higher level. Oh well. Anyway, I'm done being salty. I shouldn't have pulled that much, I guess. Although it wasn't even the whole room, so how big of a pull was it really? Alright, let's grab the loot and get the heck out of here, because I'm embarrassed. Oh, this is nice. Nice little wrist upgrade. Is there anything else I got out of here? No, it doesn't look like it. Unless I guess, nope, I didn't get anything there either. Okay. Was that a belt upgrade? No. No. And leave instant scoop. Again, another embarrassing run where I end up killing myself by pulling stuff, but dying to a 10,000, like the rest of the attacks did 1,000, right? Let me check that again. I really want to check that again. I died. So look at this. The Scorch, so the spell that I have no armor against, none. Even I have Iron Fur up, so I have 1,000 armor for each stack of Iron Fur. Let's say I had 2 stacks of Iron Fur up when I died. So I have 2,000 armor from Iron Fur, and I have my Bear armor, which is 1k, which is 34% less damage taken from physical damage. And that's at 1,136. So another 2,000 armor, I don't know what the scaling is, but let's say I'm taking 50% damage reduced. Because I have 3 times as much armor, maybe it's even higher than 50%, but let's say 50%. So at 50% damage reduction, I'm taking 1,000, almost 2,000 damage from melee attacks. So let's say 1.7k, so that's the high end. 1.8k is the high end. And then the one that kills me is a 10,000 one. What kind of steroids is this motherfucker on? It's a Warhound. So these are elite enemies, right? The Hungerer I know is an elite. The Archer I know is an elite. A Warhound is a normal enemy. A Warhound is just a normal enemy. It's not even an elite enemy. Why is the Warhound doing 10,000 damage to me, Blizzard? Why am I, a person with 42,000 hit points, getting hit for 10,000 hit points by a normal mob in a dungeon when I have 3,000 armor, which is supposedly going to reduce my incoming physical damage by, let's say 50%. Let's say it's 40%. So this is actually doing about 14,000 damage. 15,000 damage, something like that, because it's 10.8k damage. What in the fuck are these dogs being fed that they hit me this hard? Anyway, I'm done being salty. I'm gonna go take a short break and then try and get my butt to level 60 in the next episode with another 2 dungeons because I'm close to 59. And then the next one I'll be 60, and then in the episode after that, hopefully we can start doing some time walking once I gear up with all these bags that I have. Let me just sort that out real quick. And then we can finally get to some Mythic Plus, maybe some raiding, doing some gearing up, seeing how we're going to make gold at max level, all of that fun stuff. Thanks for watching me being salty about a dog hitting me for 1/4 of my health, and I'll catch you in the next episode.